But I still got to represent for the guards and understanding degrees, cycle degrees. It's important that we get up. It's important that the young sisters get up. It's important you young guys go, what? Add and multiply and teach our women. As one of the guards said, what is the meaning of civilization? One had. Who is the one if it ain't you? You can't keep running around using a man's name that y'all never met. Oh, I'm Allah, all supreme, and divine head. And don't want to accept it as a family name. You ain't got to be myself. You got to be master. You got to be God, Allah's child. You can't be me. We got the Father. We got one. You don't go and say, I'm going to get my father's last name in place of my first name. To do what? He the God. He's the father of the civilization. You trace your root back to him and him alone. It does not mean that you ain't equal, because the Father and Son is equal. Because it's not the name that made you. It'll never be that way. That is wisdom knowledge. This month we had our Parliament capacity so that we can come here and say what we have planned in our state, in our local home at the bar. Not the whole state, but at home, because I'm teaching the young guys. Just because brothers in a different area of your state not doing that don't mean you sit back and wait for that mysterious shit to happen, man. You get up and you get it done to the best of your set of ability. When the priests start coming to talk, let them talk. Because they too shall end. This is the month where they just got to see the truth of what is ahead of them. And to the older brothers, to let y'all know and come to some satisfaction that it is powerful, young brothers, that's behind y'all, that's going to continue to give all that we have to give it the way that you gave it to us. And we the ones that got to be here in the year of truth, right? Of what you promised your nation to do that you would do. And so that we doing it. I can't ask no more of y'all, but to get y'all fast together. We got these youngers. We out here with everybody ain't no college kid. I'm not a college kid. I went to the University of London. Unfortunately, I had a lot of hard time by dealing with my hard, ignorant, and stubborn, and stiff-necked behavior. Since we want to talk about wisdom born, the conduct and the behavior that you bring to any man or woman should reflect some type of degree of supreme intelligence. Supreme intelligence become living mathematics and talking each and every day. I don't get on my knees and pray. I look in the mirror and I say, who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, the man, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father, the civilization, the God of the universe. As I, Allah, said. As I, Allah, said. I gotta speak for me, I gotta take accountability. That's the I. As I stand on what you saying. Allah, if you saying that you are Allah or a son of it, show or prove you don't take which is your natural notion and rhythm. That's your wisdom. That's not a sound mind. That you born regardless of whom, wherever, through all triple stages of darkness, live with death and time. Showing and proving that reality on all levels, from the biochemical reconstructive term of living mathematics. We got our next month Parliament on the last Sunday before the tournament here. We just sat together to discuss setting up our own treasury so that our cipher grows and we can invite our universal family from all over, that y'all come into a well-welcome cipher where everybody is on one accord. And that y'all ain't got to come with nothing but y'allself, y'all love and respect, the same way that we would do if we go to any of our relatives' home. And if not, the ass gotta go. Ain't no big guys and little you. From the first to the last, from the last to the first, we must be the same. We don't get a choice because the youth is already messed up. They ain't attracted to this based on how you made it look, not me. Because they loving it the way that I give it to them. Because I'm going to come to them as myself, as I can recall my big brother saying how Allah came to them. I don't got to yell at them. I ain't got to drink a beer. I ain't got to deal with no type of stimulation with them to get their attention. I got to be present. And I got to first do what? Not knowledge to their sight. I got to listen to what they saying. I got to see what they got going on. See if I'm even built for the task, because a lot of people not. And I know a lot of the Greek brothers and my degrees and sisters not. Because where you at? Where you at? I've been in the interior for 10 years. At home, at abroad. And almost every relationship with them. Through and how? Through somebody. I support everything the young brothers behind me, young body, and them from the big do. Because they look at me as they big brother. So I got to watch and study the what? Life around me, and that's the youth. You can't go wrong if you study the youth. Allah said they was like his what? Satellites. They go out there and bring it back to them. That don't mean we deal with no agent provocateur running in and out of somebody else's fucking cycle, report back to a general. That ain't what that meant. Me and my sons is one. Whatever they see, I see. Whatever I know, they know. That's how we grow. As a family, a unit. We ain't looking for no followers. We only looking at those who adhere. You ain't got to obey, but you got to adhere to these teachings. You don't get to come in here and do what you want to do. We do not deal with no half, whatever, game, none of that. We don't deal with no pedophiles. We don't deal with the science of rape. We are not homosexual. None of that. And last but not least, y'all may have experienced it, but I was taught right, God don't kill God. I walked away from every 5% I ever had a disagreement with before I ever put my physical hands on. That's my choice. I'm going to make the wise decisions first, without fear. But based on what I was taught, because I don't go against Allah's teachers, not that 120 base shit. Pardon my language and not to disrespect that. But I'm talking about Allah's teachers, separate the two. Allah said there were 6 seeds. I didn't say it. He taught it and they taught me. You disagree based on some information you can present home. But just because you don't mentally see it yet, go back to our big brothers and let them walk with you. Stop trying to take the elevator. You read it one time, you know it, you can whistle it, and you understand it. That is a lie. You get it, you go back, you study it, you do the research, and see when you see his teachers, because I didn't get the pick. I don't like that, so I'm not going to take that and teach that. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do what, sleep behind your back and tell them, no, that ain't right, I don't see that. You make the devil when you do that shit. You make devil when you do that. So I'm going to teach my young brothers that's coming up behind me or whatever I need them at, not to go through the knowledge or go see the difference in what a law's teaching is versus the Nation of Islam teaching. A lot of brothers are followers. You fucking make this a religion. You don't have no self-styled wisdom that you were born. You looking for something to read and digest and regurgitate as if it was yours. This got to be written within your heart. Ain't nobody come on myself, sign up for this. I sign myself up. And I'm willing to do whatever. To show or prove that I'm one and I'm with the, not the negative, but with the positive. But I'm going to defend any of my brothers for who we're right. Like I said, I agree with that brother 100%. Not because I'm a follower. Because the knowledge is rooted in the same exact form. And it cannot be bent out of shape. It will not be broken. There will not be no weak links in the young that's coming behind y'all. Only thing I need is for y'all to get up here and continue to and say they right and exact. If they not, correct us. We here for the correction, not for the aggression. We all are aggressive. It can't be cold or warm. You go through that building degree. But ain't nobody trying to strike that. That ain't nothing what we in here for. I got to deal with that when I go around them 80 miles because it do get turned up. I just don't fear it. I'm built for it. That's what I'm saying. I'm not built to be up in there with a suit on looking like whoever and speaking to them like that. No. That's not what the youth around me in today's time are attracted to. They see what I promised my nation. I live it. They see it. They become interested, and I take my time with them. And sometimes it's better to be around them. I get some of the healthiest conversations that I get than being around some of my brothers and sisters sometimes. I ain't looking to be hanging around beggars and ballers. I'm looking to see who can take this knowledge and want something I can just point them in a direction and see that they make that what take root and grow. I appreciate every last one of you, man, for staying here to this long. I know it was to end at the guard hour, but I just wanted to go behind the colors to understand the scene, right? To let them know that we won. And that he got a family and see truth. He got brothers up there. And I love to come down there and travel with him and let my troops also see how far he done came along and see him too, because he done heard him over the phone. That's connected to seeds. Seeing that they do any entertainment. They rap now, all of mine rap. They all know they got songs and everything. Put that music together. me talent show last year. Guess what? They didn't make it. I said, hey, we just gonna come that much harder next year. We're gonna make sure that whatever request they need is gonna be in the equality cycle days early. So they can get up here and perform what they created for this nation, for that one day. So y'all can see y'all young minds and see what they working and how they working. It ain't only my education and knowledge of law. We live forever as one mind. We're gonna all come through different bodies. You're gonna see another myself. You're gonna see another this one. You're gonna see another that. Why? Because they planted their mother and roots. And they taught wherever they went. I'm gonna exit this cycle in the same manner that I came. Peace.
Brian, where you going? Where you running off to, man?
What you gonna do?
Well, you know what I do after every rally. I go to see King Judge.
What's the hour?
Business hours always up to 9 o'clock.
What's the hour from now?
It's time now is 7:16.
Okay, yeah, we can go. I just want to go to the
All right. Peace, Queen. Peace. How you been? I'm not as good as you, man. You good? Well, let me hold something. I'm good, Mighty, I'm good. I don't need anything, I got everything.
You're not the same
Yes.
folk, you know that.
Little Naheem, man. I can't believe, how's your brother doing, man?
It's great.
Yeah, tell him, he probably won't remember, tell God I said peace anyway. Tell him an old man named Raj Singh said peace.
Camera still on?
Huh?
Is camera still on?
Yeah, it was. I forgot to turn it off.
I'll go.
No,